Hi friends, good evening. Welcome to the series of Digital Awareness. Myself Shakir, founder and CEO of Digitos, a digital marketing agency located in Hyderabad. Today I would like to discuss more about event organizing companies, event organizers, especially event managers. I understand 2020 was a big expectation for almost all event organizing companies, event managers. They had made their big plans, but unfortunately, right from the start of this year, a lot of question mark was there. But somehow, by the time we reach March, it was very serious issue in the industry. Now, I will not be discussing about the kind of problems that industry is facing, because that's what a negativity which is already there. I don't want to discuss much about it. But keeping that in mind, I would like to discuss few important aspects of what could be done during this time frame, so that uh, event organizers, especially event managers, can engage their potential exhibitors, maybe for this session. If you have postponed it, if you have planned to postpone it towards end of the year, provided you get time slot, you get exhibition slots, and many other logistics issues which are there. So provided if you get those answers, probably yes, you can. But more importantly, if you are doing it in a series format, you have to plan for the next series as well. So I would be discussing little bit about how to engage your potential exhibitors and not to lose their interest. So in keeping that in mind, I would say there are few important things that can be done. Point number one: keep on publishing good, encouraging posters, banners on social media platform. You create at least 2 banners very frequently for the kind of audience that you want to reach out. If you are doing it in a series, and if you are in the 6th series, 7th series, 8th series, 10th series, 11th or 12th series, so you must have lot of exhibitors already in your list. So what you do, you start reaching them out and engage them in any kind of virtual engagement session, either on Zoom or any other platform that you have. Say for example, if you are an event organizer, organizing an event related to e-vehicle, electric vehicle, and this is a tough time. So what you can do, you can actually start a group where you invite almost all e-vehicle manufacturers, component manufacturers, assemblers, or traders on a single platform. Organize something on a Zoom session and invite people to talk about opportunities, what they see, and what kind of change of market that will happen post this COVID-19, post this corona. Create a topic which could be of interest for all, and then do this very regularly, at least twice a month or at least once every week. If you are doing office related expo, then of course you have to engage a lot of office suppliers, equipment suppliers, furniture suppliers, maybe office interior guys who are engaged in office interiors. So you have to engage service providers, you have to engage product suppliers, as well as you have to engage people who are actually buying or who are going to consume these products. So engage procurement managers of bigger companies, engage product procurement department heads, so that they can be engaged during this time frame, and supplier and vendors and buyers can be introduced to on a common platform. So what you will be doing, you will be actually creating a platform where you are bridging the gap between suppliers and the consumers. So eventually what you are doing, you are actually making sure, and you are giving a message saying that you are actually a solution provider. You are not only a platform which invites people to exhibit. You take money and that's it. No, you provide an opportunity, and you are concerned about their their business scenario in the current scenario, in the current situation. So this message has to go that you are empathetic about the business development and business growth. At the same time, you have to communicate a message saying that this is a platform, you are the organizer where buyer should visit to get connected with the potential vendors or potential sellers. Similarly, if there is an event organizing company who is organizing kids related fair or pet related fair or a sports related fair, so what you can do, you are not sure about when will be your next date. So what you can do, either you try to do it little longer, you postpone it little longer and try to communicate that you may be organizing it in so and so months. If you are not sure, then don't worry at all, but keep on. There are many platforms, virtual platforms, where you can connect buyer and sellers, exhibitors and visitors on a virtual platform. So create this ecosystem on a very aggressive note. Point number 2, you try to engage LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, all these 4 platforms very aggressively to connect with the buyer and the sellers, visitors and the exhibitors. Both you try to connect and bring them on a common platform, on a common agenda. What are the business challenges that vendors or manufacturers are facing, and what are the challenges that product procurement heads they are facing during this lockdown period? Most of the time you will feel that these procurement managers could postpone their requirement because of this scenario, but it's not always true. So what you have to do is, like, you have to keep communicating with your potential audience. Now you try to build a community in and around your requirement. So what do you mean by community? You start inviting people to post about their company or their services or their requirements on your platform. So if you are building material related event organizer, so what you do, you create a group on a Facebook, on LinkedIn, on any other platform, and you invite everyone to join free. Yes, of course, there will be some spam that will happen initial level, but being a moderator, you try to moderate it. But you as an event organizer, you will get an opportunity to get the database of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 or more than that vendors, suppliers across the globe. And don't try to limit it only for the regional location. You make it global so that you can invite in future, you can invite global players also for your exhibition. So you become you build a community in and around the kind of event that you will be organizing. Say for example, you are organizing kids fair or school related stuff. So what you do, you start inviting all related suppliers for the school. So it could be bag manufacturers for the kids, it could be apparel manufacturers, it could be dress manufacturers, it could be stationery manufacturers, it could be book publishers, it could be app development companies, or it could be gadget companies, it could be e-learning platform, it could be furnitures, it could be stationaries, it could be playground, it could be play equipment, it could be many more. So you start inviting all these kind of people on your platform, be it smaller, be it bigger, be it manufacturer or trader or wholesaler. Ask them to come on this platform and post their services, product or services. For example, you can see there are various groups like MSMEs, where all companies of MSME segment, they come and post their services, or they ask for the kind of requirement they have. So you start building that kind of thing in and around. So third point is engage people. Now once they like your post, or they like your post, they comment on your post, you encourage them to participate in the kind of discussion that you have. You try to create, you don't only post sales oriented content, you create some kind of questions saying that what are the biggest challenges. For example, what are the biggest challenges that you are facing during this lockdown? What you could see next phase of business after this lockdown? How digital platforms can actually help during this time frame? Or any of the common related questions. You post it and see people how they are responding. People love to see engaging content rather than forceful, pushy kind of content that it upsells or only sells. People don't like sales oriented content. They like solution centric thing. So you start working on those points. Fourth important point is, in case they put some requirement, try to bridge the gap between their requirements and any of the service provider which is available on the platform. So you start calling them and then start saying that in case they can supply these things, it could be good. Fifth, which is what I feel the crux of the complete scenario, don't lose your patience. You keep on talking about various opportunities which could eventually happen post this COVID-19. Now you try to test few of the online event organizing platforms, virtual event organizing platforms. I will not name anyone in a specific, but there are a lot of platforms which are available, so that you take a demo version of it. You Google, you try to take the recommendations. In case you want recommendation, you can reach me as well. I'll connect you to few of the virtual event organizing companies, their contact details. I'm not actually their resellers, but based on their reviews and all, you can actually reach them out, but experience it. This is the time when you can experience, explore and create a benchmark. Those who will be able to succeed during this time frame, they are the people who will lead this industry. Believe me, this 2020 is not to earn profit. It's basically, if you are able to survive in the business, that itself is going to be big profit for all of us. So guys, these are few of the tips, but at the same time, now I have given 5 tips on in and around it. Now there will be strong question, very important question. If you are organizing a Zoom meeting or any virtual conference or video conferencing session where you picked up a topic and invited people to talk about it or post their questions, and there will be some expert who will be actually giving a suggestion on that. Now in that scenario, big challenge is basically to reach out to the people so that you get more and more number of registrations. Myself as a digital marketer, I had been involved in lot of training things and all. So what I experienced over a period of time, I'll just share that to you, and that could help you out as well. So what I'll say, create a very burning or hot topic in and around your industry, and then create a registration page. If you are using Zoom, then in Zoom you get an option to register, and then you can put up some fields like name, email ID, phone number. You can have 4 or 5 fields, and then you can keep it mandatory as a registration, so that whoever registers, they can only join your Zoom session. So what will happen, you create this webinar link and then promote it. Now to promote, you need not to spend a lot of money. So what you do, you post it on your official LinkedIn and Facebook wall page. Now once you post on a Facebook page, you boost it. You boost it for the open audience or the audience you want people to join. I'll recommend at the initial level you boost it, put some 1,000, 2,000 money, that's it, and give a time frame of at least 10 days, 10 to 15 days. So that's where I recommended that go for twice a month session. So every fortnight you try to do that. So you create a webinar link and then promote it on a Facebook, put some money, put some budget, boost it, and invite people to register. You give a time slot of, if you are organizing it for 1 hour, give a time slot of 2 people or 3 people maximum. Don't make it 4 or 5, because when more people will be there, I'm like, too much of knowledge sharing is not required at this moment. More importantly, what is required is continuous efforts that you should do. Try to invite not more than 2 experts to talk about a particular topic. So invite them, let them speak about 15 minutes about their topic, 15 or 20 minutes about their topic. So 20 plus 20 equal to 40 minutes, and then you have 10 to 15 minutes as a question answer session, and then you can finish it off, and then you can publish your next schedule as well. Now at the same time, You also get an option to send all the participants to comment or give a feedback. So once they give a feedback, you'll get a feel that what are the improvisation that you have to do. So try to keep on doing it continuously and regularly. There is a possibility 200 people have registered but only 25 or 30 people or 40 people have participated. Don't get disheartened of this. What you have to do, you have to send them a reminder that hope everything was fine, they didn't participate in it, so maybe they will be able to participate in the next session, and which is likely going to happen on so and so date. So give them some date, give them some time frame, and then ask them to join you back. Keep on doing it. I understand May still lot of time is there, and June also, so you don't lose your heart, but keep on doing this, and record the sessions what you are going to conduct on Zoom. Even if there are 2 people, 3 people, 10 people, don't get disheartened. You record it and then push it on your social media platform. Create a YouTube channel, post it and circulate it. Believe me, keep on doing. This will certainly help you out. So being an event manager, you have to invite lot of your potential exhibitors to participate in these kind of webinars, and also ask them what are the problems that they are facing and what expectations they have from event organizing company or a business development company to provide some solution. Of course they are facing some problems, so we have to evolve as a solution provider company, not just an exhibition organizing company. So we have to behave as in an empathetic way or sympathetic way towards all these players who will be ecosystem of this in and around your industry, in and around your event. So try to be sympathetic or empathetic with them. Start talking about the concerns that they have. Certainly they will come, they will support. In case they will you may not be able to do some event this year, but believe you make a habit even after COVID-19. After this lockdown is over, keep on doing it regularly. What will happen when you will publish your dates? It will be easier for you to reach out to the 500 people, 600 people or 1000 people, and these people will know you because they have registered for your Zoom or any online session. So once they have registered, you have already built up a repo. Once the repo is built, so it becomes easy for you to convert and invite them about an opportunity that you have created. They will certainly they will try to experience the virtual event. In case you are organizing it, they will certainly try to experience it. So in case you are doing it, do it at a low scale. Once you get a success, you do it at little bigger scale, you do it further little bigger scale. So experience or experiment all these things during the year 2020, what I suggest. If not for the full 2020, whatever the leftover, but at least till September, or at least till September, you try to keep on doing it. Believe me, take my words, you will be certainly able to create lot of repositories of potential people. So yes, I understand a lot of guys who are actually supporting this industry, this particular topic is not for them, but event organizer or event manager, you have to take certain steps which are unique, which are different, and challenges are for the people who come out, who provide a solution for these challenges. So with these tips, I would like to say thanks to all of you. Be safe. Hope my session was of some worth to you. I should not say that it is of great worth, but at least some worth where you can do something. So takeaways, 5 important takeaways I'll say. Create a community on a social media platform. Invite people to be a part of that community. Do some Zoom or online session on a topic which are concerned for the people in and around your industry or the event what you intend to organize. Keep on inviting exhibitors as well as visitors in your session. Last but not the least, promote it on a social media platform. If you are doing it on a Facebook, boost with smaller budgets, experienced people, make them that they should register before joining, and whoever are registered, they can join, as well as keep it open for other people as well, because if they register it, you will get the database of the people to reach them out. So that will help you. You can send them reminders before your Zoom session or your session starts, you can send them a reminder, engage them, and then at the same time keep on doing it very regularly and frequently. Thanks for watching it. I'm very thankful to all of you. I felt these could be few of the tips that I can share to related to event organizers or event managers, and hope all of you are safe. Be at home. Maintain the norms what is being guided by government during this lockdown 3.0. So guys, have a good day, have a great time, wish you all the very best. Don't get disheartened of this particular scenario what is there, especially for the event in and around event organizing or event management companies. There will be certainly new opportunities which will erupt either in a virtual event, as a virtual event organizers, or a technology driven event organizers, or organizers having traditional as well as technological advantage in this current scenario. Whoever will work on these advantages will certainly lead this industry. Thank you very much. Thanks from my side, myself Shakir, founder and CEO of company Digitos, a digital marketing agency in Hyderabad. In case you want to reach me out related to any of these promotions, social media promotions related to event, or any of a solution, or you want any advice, reach me out at my WhatsApp number 9849256286. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.